channel, Lilac Cottage Crafts, where I like to talk about all things crafty. And this is going to be a Amigrumi book review, and it is this book which is called Amigrumi Made Easy. So we're going to have a look, well I'm going to have a look through, and then I'll put pictures on the screen of everything that is in here. I have seen some other people do this book, so you know you've got quite a few videos to go at to watch this book. I haven't had a go at making anything out of it yet, but I have had a look through some of the patterns, and it does look fairly easy, and it looks like it's got really good instructions on how, and it also how to do the stitches, and it also has the barcode, I don't know what you call it, you know, the square barcode thing that you can click on that takes you to a video to show you how to do the stitch. So without further ado, let's have a flick through. So first of all, like I said, we do have we have a page that shows us everything that's in the book, all the characters and what page they're on. And then we have an explanation of what amigurumi is and differences between yarn and hook sizes and what stitch markers and stuffing and different things are. And then of course we have our stitches, and then we start getting into the actual book. So the first one we have, which is definitely one of the ones that I want to do first, and it is Bram the Bee. And apparently Bram is an active little bee. He's always buzzing and zooming around. And no matter how busy he is, he always makes time for a delicious treat. Sounds like my Charlie, my dog. So that one looks really easy. I don't think they actually have guidelines for what the actual what do they call it now? You know, like how easy and hard it is, like easy, intermediate, advanced, or numbers 1 to 5, or stars or whatever. It doesn't have that on it, but it does say the skills that you need, and it says you need to know the magic ring and how to colour change. So if you can do those, you can do the bee. And there's lots of pictures in there. And next is Peter the Mouse. Meet Peter the Mouse, a fashionable little guy with a great sense of style. He always looks sharp and takes good care of his clothes by washing them gently by hand and ironing and folding them neatly. There's some other stuff, I won't read it all. So he's very, I would call him dapper because of his little bow tie and everything. And the skills you need for him is the magic ring, colour change, joining parts, crocheting pieces together, and surface slip stitch. So there you go. I would say he's fairly easy, I would say. And again, there is pictures showing you what you need to do, so that's very straightforward. Next we have Lola the Cat. Lola is a clever cat who loves to play chess. Oh, now I'm trying to learn chess at the moment, so I might have to make Lola so that I can have her as an opponent. Maybe she can teach me. We'll see. She has many friends, but it is hard to find other cats who enjoy playing chess. Oh, well, anyway, let's hope that she does find a friend that likes playing chess with her. Okay. And then next we have Betty the cow. And Betty's got a lovely flower in her hand. I keep thinking she's got a hat on because of where her patch is, but she hasn't. Betty, oh hang on, I didn't do the thing for the cat, did I? What skills you need? You need to be able to do the magic ring and colour change. There we go. So Betty loves looking at flowers. Oh, there we go. Yellow daisies are her favourite, so that's probably why she's got hold of that one. She loves watching them move in the breeze and smelling them, and sometimes even nibbles a petal or two. Well, she's a cow, she can do that. Now, the skills needed for her is magic ring, colour change, joining parts, crocheting pieces together, surface slip stitch, half double crochet, and double crochet. I've not looked whether these are English or American terms. Let me just see if I can work it out. Just a minute. I think they're American. Yeah, American. So there you go. So that's Betty. Then we have Tommy the dog. He's very cute. Tommy loves to cuddle. His most favourite place ever is to be on your lap. Ah, where he can snuggle up close and feel loved. Oh, and the only skill that you need for him is magic ring. That's the only skill you need. And obviously I would say for all of these sewing parts together. And then next we have Victor the Flamingo. Victor is a talented bartender with flair and balance. He makes the best virgin cocktails by mixing and shaking fruits, juices and sodas. I didn't know that flamingos did that. And the skills needed for him is magic ring, changing colour, double crochet and crochet in rows. Which crochet in rows? Is that for his tail? Or is his tail sewn on separate? I don't know. But there you go. So that's Victor. Next we have Patrick the frog. Every morning Patrick hops down to the pond and dives right in. Patrick loves the feeling of the cold water on his skin, and he would swim and splash and dive for hours. And for him you need to know magic ring, joining parts, crocheting pieces together and crocheting in rows. Next we have Bonzo the Gorilla. Couldn't say that then. Bonzo the Gorilla. Bonzo is a great drummer. I wonder if he's the one from the Cadbury's advert. If anybody remembers that. Phil Collins. Bonzo is a great drummer. He pounds on his chest and creates a catchy beat. He has a great sense of rhythm, and when he hits the beat, it is impossible not to tap your feet along with him. Oh gosh, I've not done what skills you need for him. Magic ring, colour change, working in front and back loops only. Oh, it's easy that. Well, I think it is anyway. Emily and George live in the cosy burrow deep in the forest. They look a lot alike, with the soft, fluffy fur and big floppy ears. But when it comes to their personalities, the two bunnies couldn't be more different. Emily loves everything pink and sparkly. And what does he like? I don't want to read it all, you see. He loves nothing more than a quiet afternoon spent at home with his controller in hand. So he likes playing computer games. So for these two, you need to be able to do the magic ring, colour change, surface slip stitch, crochet in rows, double crochet, half double crochet, joining parts and crocheting pieces together. And then the next one is really cute. It's Benny the Otter. Now I've got to wonder, is Benny the Otter called Benny the Otter because of the Benedict Cumberbatch otter thing? Now if you don't know about the Benedict Cumberbatch otter thing, you need to look it up because it's very funny. People have done sort of picture comparisons of Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock. And pictures of otters and that he looks the same. There's a Graham Norton thing about it and it's really funny. And also the penguin thing. If you've never seen Benedict Cumberbatch trying to say penguin, it's really funny.
Parent penguin heading home.
Like that penguin. It kind of puts a W in there. It is really funny. That's Graham Norton as well. So just going off on a tangent, watch those. They're really funny. Right, so Benny the Otter is having a birthday party. He loves to decorate with all kinds of colourful things like bunting, cakes and balloons. And for him, you need to be able to do the magic ring, colour change, half double crochet, crocheting in front and back of loops only, and making a twisted cord. I'm just trying to work out where the twisted cord is. I think that's just his little thing on his... yeah, it'll be that. You could even use string or something if you wanted to. Yeah. Right. Next one. This is the first one I think I want to do, actually. This is Hootie the Owl. Hootie is the kind of friendly owl who loves to bring treats to her friends in the forest, but sometimes she can be a bit difficult and clumsy and drops the goodies while flying. Oh, bless her. And for her, you need to be able to do magic ring, colour change, joining parts, crocheting pieces together, crocheting in the front and back of loops only. And all of those things are explained in the front of the book. And like I say, you can find the video by clicking the thing on your phone or your iPad or whatever. And also just generally going on to YouTube and typing in the stitch you need, and loads of videos will come up, as you know. Next is Molly the Puffin. I love puffins. I'll tell you a story now. Me and my friend love puffins, and we wanted to see a puffin. So we went to a place called Puffin Island in Wales. And when we got there, we found out that the puffins don't live on there anymore because the rats had got on the island and killed them all off. So we went out on this boat, and it wasn't a very nice day either when we went. It was really awful, raining and cold. But we went out on this boat, and it was nice. We saw some interesting birds and found out some interesting things, but obviously we were disappointed that we did not see a puffin. So then we went to the Farne Islands up in Northumberland, is it? You know, kind of Newcastle way, up that way somewhere. Holy Island's up there as well, which I've been to. That's a nice place to go to. And we went, and it was a very busy day. I don't think it was particularly brilliant weather in the morning, but it went better in the afternoon. But they couldn't go into the actual island that they wanted to. So we went to a different island. But it was fine. There were still puffins there. And I remember being on the boat going over, and a puffin came and landed on the sea where we were. And I got so excited because I was like, oh, it's a puffin! And everybody on the boat just looked at me really weird. And my friend was like laughing because we knew why we were so excited, because we tried to see puffins before and then got there and there weren't any puffins. And then we went in and saw lots of different birds, but there were puffins. Now, puffins actually, they put their eggs underground. So the pufflins, the babies are called pufflins, were underground. So we didn't get to see any babies, but we did see the parents flying around, and there was other birds. And there was this funny bit where there was this girl, because they said if you've got a hat or a hoodie, wear it, because the birds will peck at your head because they think you're trying to attack the babies. It wasn't the puffins that did that. It was a different bird. And this poor girl, she just kept getting attacked all the time by the birds. The birds kept going and pecking her on the head and everything. And in the end, she turned to her boyfriend and she went, "This is the worst day ever." And he just laughed. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," or anything. He just laughed. Some people came back, actually had blood coming down their head because they'd been pecked that hard on the head. I had a hat on. Me and my friend had like baseball caps on. I'm so glad, because yeah, they were vicious, but I don't blame them. They're protecting their young. So yeah, we have Molly the Puffin. Molly the Puffin loves having picnics. She spends days looking for the yummiest treats to share with her friends, and she makes sure to send out invitations well in advance. Aww. So skills required. Now, what does it say here? It says the construction of this character is slightly more advanced, which, yeah, I can tell from the picture. So magic ring, colour change, crochet in rows, and double crochet. That's what you need for that. And then next we have Susan the Snail. Susan the Snail is a curious little creature who loves nothing more than to explore her surroundings. She lives in a beautiful garden filled with flowers and of every colour, and whenever she has the chance, she climbs up to the top of the tallest bloom and gets a better view of the world. That's nice. So the skills needed, it says this pattern is more advanced. So you need to do magic ring, colour change and crocheting with 3 threads. I did see that in the instructions and I thought, oh, I've never done that before. That looks like something that's going to challenge me a little bit there. Next we have Simon the Snake. Simon is a snake who loves to read. He especially loves fantasy books and has read Harry Potter series many times. Maybe, I wonder if he likes all the snakes in it as well. Magic ring and crocheting in rows is what you need for him. Next we have Sophie the Squirrel. Sophie the Squirrel is always on the hunt for acorns. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Sophie is a very creative squirrel and she especially loves finding acorns that still have their little hats on. Oh, that's nice. And for her, you need to know the magic ring and crochet in rows. Next we have Henry the Goat. So Henry the Goat is a big fan of sweets. A lot of them are like the food and that, don't they? Juicy fruit. He likes juicy fruit. He loves watermelon, strawberries and peaches more than anything else in the world. Oh. And the skills needed for him is magic ring, colour change, crocheting in rows, joining parts, crocheting pieces together and surface slip stitch. Said it. And then I think if we go into the last, that's the last one. So there we go, that's the last one. That's a nice book. I had trouble getting hold of this book actually, I didn't say at the beginning. I wanted to pre-order it on Amazon and it wouldn't let me. It just said there was something wrong with my address. I've pre-ordered stuff before and sometimes I do have this issue. I was trying to pre-order a Coldplay vinyl last week and it wouldn't let me, saying the same thing, but then this week it's let me do it. And so it wouldn't let me do it. I kept going on every other day trying to get it pre-ordered and it wouldn't let me do it. So in the end I thought, well, I'll just order it on the day. Went in on the day, it wasn't available, sold out. So you could only get it second hand, which I thought was really weird because I thought it's only come out today. How can people already be selling second hand ones? But they were. So I did manage to pick this up. It was like second hand but new, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, so it's a really nice book. I don't know if the patterns are all by the same oh yes, they are. DIY Fluffies. If you've not been on her Etsy page, she's got an Etsy shop and she's got a lot of lovely things on there. But I thought, well, when you're paying for a pattern, they're going to be around the £5 mark. So, you know, to get this book, I mean, the retail for this in the US, it's $19.95. In the UK, it's $14.95. In Canada, I think that's Canada, yeah, it's $25.95. And in Europe, euros, it's $17.50. I paid around the £15 mark for it. But that's like 3, maybe 4 patterns when you've got all of these patterns in it. So it is worth it. Definitely worth it. And yeah, that's my little book review. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that if you've been looking at this book, I might have helped you decide whether you want it or not. Hopefully you do get it. And thank you again for sticking with me on this video. I hope you're all staying well and safe, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye!